Hello and welcome to the First Steps exam sheet for the Victoria College examinations. Now you can see that the exam sheet is shown in the specimen papers which cover grade A, grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, grade 4 and grade 5. This sheet is available through www.vcmpublications.co.uk and is also available through the Silverwood Music School online tuition site, all for purchasing. Now I would like to stress at this point that what you've actually got in this book is a specimen paper. This isn't the actual exam paper. Obviously the exam paper will be slightly different to the one that's shown, but it gives you an idea of the layout and how the exam paper should look on the day you take your examination. So let's open the sheet and we'll start straight from the beginning. So remember that the questions are a representative sample of what you've learnt in the tutor book, and if you follow what's here, the questions may be phrased just slightly different, but the marking will be shown at the side on the exam paper in the same way. So first of all, you've got question number 1 here, which says the following group of notes spell words. Identify the notes to find out the words. So you can see straight away you've got to have learned about the notes that are written on the stave in both the treble clef and the bass clef. So that's where the mnemonics come in that I explained about earlier on in the tutor book. Learn those off by heart and then you'll be able to answer a kind of question like this if it comes up on the exam paper. Now the next question says what type of note is used above. So again you have to identify what the note is. Then it says how many crotchet beads is that note worth? Moving down to question 2, it says complete the following melody with rests underneath the star markings. So you can see you've got stars here. You've also got a 2/4 time signature. So you just got to make sure that when you write this, you're adding up the bars with rests to make up a 2/4 time signature. And then it says, what does this mean? So we're talking here about the time signature and what that actually means. Then it says, write the notes as crotchets in the bass clef, and then you've got the notes A, D, C, G and E. Now what I suggest you do is when you've written each note, is maybe put a little bar line in between. It helps to make it look neater. Then going down to the next question, it says, write the following notes as crotchets in the treble clef this time. Again, do the same thing, write the note, then separate it off with bar lines. And I'd write the names of the notes under all of the ones that you've actually put down as well, so it makes it absolutely clear to the examiner which one you're referring to. Moving on to the next page here, it says rewrite the following melodies, joining up the tails and notes so that they're grouped correctly. So what we're talking about here is beaming the notes together. So we've got quavers and you're beaming the notes together just like you wrote the beamed quavers in your tutor book. Then moving on again, you've got another example of that underneath. Then on the next section, it says name the following key signatures. So remember, we've only learnt 2 key signatures in this, the key of C and the key of G. And then it says write the scale of C major ascending, use minims and write in the treble clef. You've done lots of examples of those in the tutor books, so you really shouldn't have any trouble there. Then your final section is a section about naming some of the words. Again, all the words have been shown in the tutor book, so if you've learnt them off by heart, you shouldn't have any trouble with this specimen paper here. And so you line up the notes to go with what phrases are correct here So PP, for example, means very, very quiet. So you find the word that means that and you write it and you draw a line to it to make a nice little pattern. And that completes the specimen paper.